I like to learn things, and yet there's plenty of times when I feel like I'm on overload. Well, I discovered Gamma, I think before most people even heard about it, and I just have pretty much fallen in love with it. It is so simple and saves so much time.
Welcome to the Thought Leader Revolution with Nikki Ballou. Join the revolution. There's never been a better time in history to speak your truth, find your freedom, and make your fortune. Each week, we interview the world's top thought leaders and learn the secrets of how they built a 6 to 7 figure practice. This episode has been brought to you by eCircleacademy.com, the proven system to add 6 to 7 figures a year to your thought leader practice.
Welcome to an exciting episode of the podcast, The Thought Leader Revolution. I'm your host, Nikki Ballou, and we have a repeat guest today. Today's guest is an absolute AI maven. She is brilliant at using AI to help people, businesses, do things that they had never even imagined were possible. I'm speaking, of course, of none other than the one, the only, the legendary Becky Amble. Welcome to the show, Becky.
Thank you. I have had a little too much tea today, so if I started going too fast, you could just calm me down.
Now, why would I do that, man? I like going fast. So,
Becky,
you've been on the show a few times, and I wanted to have you come back because there's this cool little thing in AI that I want you to tell us about. Before you get into it, tell us a little bit about your AI backstory. How'd you get to be all crazy about AI?
Okay, well, thanks for asking. I like to learn things, and yet there's plenty of times when I feel like I'm on overload, which I would bet a lot of people that are listening can feel like that. So I was working with my mastermind group, and that's out of Scotland, and our coach, if you want to call him that, he said, "Hey, I got to tell you guys about this new thing, Chat GPT." And so that's what he did. He just explained it. And for anybody that is really new to AI, if somebody just sort of describes it to you, you don't get the full feel. Well, anyway, my initial reaction, and I want to tell anybody else, if you feel like this, you're not alone. My initial reaction was, I don't want to learn one more stinking thing.
Yeah, I
got enough stuff. I mean, I'm always learning, I'm reading and all that. And I just thought, oh, I don't want to add to my list. Please go away. And when I talk with some people, I go, did you just kind of think maybe you could sleep for 2 years and it would go away? And so the very next week, Jonathan showed us a demo. And I thought, oh man, I am all in. This is amazing. So once you see somebody walking you through different things, your mind just starts going into what are the possibilities. So after that, that very day, I set up my account and I did my first prompt, which wasn't so great because none of us really knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And kept learning from there. I've had training through 3 different organizations, and the one has a 12-week program, and it's in the 8th iteration. So I haven't redone all 8 times. What I love about that is it's currently updated and always getting the new information versus a one and done. And, one and done, you're basically obsolete. And did the certification through that organization. And just, I think what excites me is the possibility how we can save time, how we can save money, and how we can probably do better work by using AI as a tool or an assistant or something to really help us improve what we're doing now.
I love it. So Becky, what is this new AI thing? Gamma? Is that what it's called?
Well, I discovered Gamma, I think before most people even heard about it. And I was so proud of myself to be like, hey, good girl, you're really ahead of the curve. Because the people that I work with, that I train with they have 50 people researching stuff constantly. And there are various AIs that do presentations. And this is presentation. It's not necessarily image work. That's a whole nother category. And I just have pretty much fallen in love with it. And it is so simple and saves so much time.
Straight up?
Yeah.
So why don't we do something? Okay, just bear with me.
Sure.
I'm going to pull up one of my keynote presentations. Okay.
All righty.
And I'm going to pull up like a relatively short one. Okay, because I got some that are really bloody long, as you know. So So this one's 6 slides, okay? Now let me just share it with you. So, walk me through, how do I use this darn thing? So let me I'll show you the slides because like I said, there's 6 slides. You're going to get an advanced peek. I should be sharing these on the group call one of these days that you're going to be a part of soon. So this is 6 slides, right? You see, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Boom. So, I'm not going to go through the whole presentation at the moment, but you can see this.
Yeah.
All right. So how do we use Gamma to make this faster, better, easier?
Well, do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay, then. I need to share my screen.
All right, go for it.
And I love your slides because they're very consistent and nicely portraying your colors, your image, all that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
There's different ways to do this. And this isn't the first page you get to because it's hard for me to do that since I already have an account. Anyway, so if you go to Gamma, it's gamma.app, GAMMA.app. You can maybe see it up here in the upper left corner.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so I gotta go to gamma.app. That's kind of the first place.
Yeah. And you'll get there and then you can set up your account. I think you can just use a Gmail, Google, that kind of stuff, or do an email, whatever it is that you want to do.
For free. All right.
Yeah. And actually, I do have also a link that I can give you or anybody to go get a free account set up. And last I counted, that gives you 13 presentations for free.
Whoa. All right.
All right. So you want to have a little show and tell here?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's not show everybody that. Oh, wrong password. Okay, I'm going to stop screen. All right,
I'll just show you what I got if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Do that. Use another account. Yeah. All right, I want to use another account right now. Yeah. All right, let me just get in. Okay.
All right.
Into Gamma, please verify your email address. So verify my email address. Okay, so it's doing that. Oh, all right. So it wants me to.
You might get a screen that looks kind of like that.
Okay, hold on while I this puppy. All right, how do you plan to use Gamma? I'm saying for work.
You can say work, education. I think there's a couple choices there.
Yeah. I'm a consultant. How many people working at 2 to 10? Okay, what do I want it to do? It says create presentation from scratch, turn my notes into presentations, enhance existing PowerPoints. All right, let's do that. How'd you hear about us? Other, a human being. All right, so what do I want to do here? What am I going for? Create with AI. How do I want to get started? Generate, paste in text. What am I doing?
All right. Well, can I back up and show you what I got here?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so let's take a look at this just so that people get the feel. This is my screen, and I can go to the home button, and this is what it gives me. It's gonna show me some choices across the top, and then it shows me basically all my gammas, all the things I've done. And I thought I would just show you quickly. You can go over to this button on the left and pick a template. If you want to look around and say, whoa, that's a cool one, let me use that. It's kind of like PowerPoint that way. You can go to the library, which is going to give you a whole lot of options on what they call a theme. So it's basically your color, your just a little bit of how it sets up the slides and that kind of thing. And then you can go to settings. The main thing, was it in settings here that I wanted to show? Shoot. Well, you can put in some customizing. Oh, there was something else. If you go down to the More button, you can also get linked with some of these. And what I wanted, this is what I was going to show you. If you go to the More button on the left and click 3 dots here where it says Become an Expert, you can go to the Gamma Lab and take classes.
Nice.
Which I've never done. Because at least in the old days, there were no classes. You just got in there and figured out what to do.
Yeah.
So that's just some of the basic things. So now let's say that you're going to create, I clicked on maybe too quickly. So there's the options: create new, new gamma, import. Create new and a new gamma are almost the same. Import means if you're going to import images or anything, or if you're going to import text. I don't use any of that. I just use the first button, create new. So we're going to go to that. And this is where you can do one or I can do one. The first thing is really you can generate just by telling it a little bit of a topic, and it will come up with everything for you, including images, content. Like one that I did when I was doing a demo was how to do dog training, because somebody in the group is like, oh, I don't know. Well, let's do one on how to train a dog. So you can do that. I was thinking about you, Nikki, and I thought, well, what if you said create a PowerPoint presentation or a presentation for me on how to be the very best cruise ship speaker, and just had it go and see what it does.
Neat.
So I don't know if there's anything right now where you can say, well, just make me one. Does anything pop in your head?
How about how to generate 90K in the next 90 days?
Okay, so I'm just going to fix that typo. All right, once we are on that, we click the first button, which was generate, and AI is going to do the whole thing for us. Obviously, we want a presentation. Your other choices are web page, document, and social. Down here, 10 cards is the default. Sometimes it acts weird because it was set up for 8 cards. So if it says too many cards, we'll just leave it alone. Classic is what I pretty much use. I leave the default setting, and obviously I speak English. So the first thing that we're going to have it do is create an outline for us. So that's step 1. And now it's going to create an outline. And for this kind of thing, we might have specified in business or in something or other. Yeah. Anyway, so here it says, hitting 30,000 a month unlocks financial freedom. Okay, so this is the why do you want to do it? And then third slide is how do you break it down, do the math. And then it says, here's some income strategies. And then the 5th slide, pick your focus and build proof. Then step 2, launch and get first sales. 3, scale and optimize, real world examples, avoid common pitfalls. And then the $90,000 challenge starts now. Should we just tell it to go for it?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. So you can see how quickly this goes. It's going to now generate. It's going to create it. And it's pretty lickety split.
Oh, damn.
Yes, I was showing this to a group last week. I think it was the Scrum Masters of the universe that I was talking to. And I was showing very quickly because we didn't have a lot of time. And the person says, where was this last week? Because a lot of times we know if we're doing PowerPoint, it can take a lot of time.
It can. And
granted, what we're going to get here might not be perfect. And you can go in and you can edit because it functions pretty much like PowerPoint. And I'll just show you a couple other things here. So let me see. There we got all the slides. Oh, we didn't time that. Did that take a minute?
No, not even.
All right. And what I'd like to show you is over here on the left side, it creates the slideshow just like you get in PowerPoint.
Yeah.
And
so
then
how do you play it?
I'll show you. And then over here on the right is your little toolbar. You can go in and change things. What I would tell people, my little secret thing is if you want to change the images, there's a bunch of choices there. And what I have found, I don't know if they've changed this. I haven't gone in to check. When they did have this originally, if I didn't like the image, there was one time I was trying to get a new image and I think I didn't like 4 or 5 of them. Well, they kept taking credits away. And if you're thinking, oh, I'm burning through almost a whole nother presentation just looking for images. So now I just go find my own or I have AI make it. Like I said, I don't know if they changed that, but that was one of the things where I'm like, well, I don't want to burn up my time just because I don't like the image. Anyway, so let me just kind of show you quickly, and then I'll show you the next answer to your question. So there's the first slide. It picks the image. If you don't like it, you can replace it. And I'm just going to kind of quickly scroll down. You can see it nicely organizes things, puts it into different ways of illustrating and organizing it. And, you might say, well, that's too much text. Well, you can go change it. And these are all illustrations in this particular one versus photos. You can have photos or you can go find your own photos. And near the end of this was avoid the common pitfalls. And there we go. Start your challenge. So that's how quickly it can be done. Before I show you something else, I want to just go over here because up at the top, you can see the word theme. Looks like it has a little painter's palette there.
Yeah.
And you can go over there and you can just change your theme. There, did you see how quickly it changed it? Okay, let me find one that's a little more dramatic. There. See how quickly that changed?
Wow.
Your background, your color scheme, the whole thing. Isn't that amazing? You can have it dark, light, professional. I mean, you can pick some of these words. You can do a custom one, which a lot of people, if they have their own logo and color combination, you can upload that and then it will use that. There was one that I did, well, in the custom where, I don't know, that doesn't look like much. Oh, I had it do red and it wasn't quite what I wanted, but just to show you, you can go with their themes. You can come up with your own. You can do whatever you want. And it is super, super easy and fast. There's one that's, I don't want to use that one. That's kind of grungy looking.
No, it's not good. I like the black ones. Those were my favorites.
I know. They really stand out, don't they? Okay. So here's another one with the dark. All right. Again.
Okay. So if I was doing this as like a slide deck, walk me through how I can do that.
Okay. Well, do you want me to show you how to share and download first and then go through one where we're giving it the content? Okay. So we just looked at theme, that's across the top. Then you can go to share. So let's click share and you can export it. You can do whatever you've got. If you've got some team members or whatever, you can pick and choose there.
So you export it as a PowerPoint or something?
Yep. And I'm going to go, I'll just show you that now. So you can export it as a PDF or PowerPoint, Google Slides, or PNGs. You get to pick. You can post it directly to LinkedIn. So a person can look around and go, oh, that's really slick. Now, a lot of times what I do, because sometimes I feel like it's easier to edit it once it's in PowerPoint. So sometimes I will export it to PowerPoint and see if there's anything I want to do different. Sometimes that's where I change my image because I can just go find an image that is copyright free or have AI make it. And it's basically a copy and then you just paste it where the current image is. Like on this one, if I didn't like that, I could go find an image. And once it's in PowerPoint, I just do a copy paste and there I got a new image. Or you can look, PowerPoint has some images too.
Easy, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and you might say, well, okay, this isn't quite what I want. Well, hey, we just told AI to generate it. So let's go back. Any other questions on this part?
No.
All right. So we're going to go back here and we're going to go to the home. And we're going to go to create new and we're going to paste in some text. There's different ways you can do it. So what I was going to do is I'm just going to show you a couple things here. So again, we're going to have across the top our choices. We're doing a presentation and you can go down here. Whoop, there's my Zoom popping up. Okay, you can go down here to import files and then you can even import a PowerPoint that you already did that maybe you don't like or is missing something or whatever. So you can upload a PowerPoint, a Word doc, or a PDF. So that's the first option there. You can import from your drive if you've got something on Google Slides or Google Docs.
Yeah.
And the third choice is to do something from your website or a blog or Notion or anything else. So you've got all kinds of ways to do this. What I usually do, I do both ways, but let's just say, let's import. I have a document here. I called it Gamma.
So if my presentations are in Keynote, what do I have to do? Do I have to like convert them or?
That I don't know. I'm not a Keynote person.
Yeah.
So here I just said, let's do a demo. So I made some slides. Oh, sorry, it's already open. Okay, doggone it. Well, you get the drift because I have it actually open.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can pull that up. Oh, by the way, there's the Gamma link if anybody wants it. And let's go over here. So first I'll just show you, I had this and this was something that I did months ago in ChatGPT, and I had it come up with information for a presentation. I thought, oh, that's just too many words.
Yeah, man, that's looking at that makes you tired.
So then I went to ChatGPT, and I'm just going to show you this isn't the prompt, but I said, take this information and make it into slides for a presentation. I want 10 slides and I want 3 key points per slide. So this is what it did, and just narrowed things down. And this isn't really one that I particularly get excited about, but here, let me show you. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just copy the document, and we're going to back up a minute. And so let me just back up 2 clicks. So we had this option of paste in text. So we're going to go to that, and we're just going to paste it right in there. And then what you do is you scroll down, and I got to move this Zoom doodad. Okay, continue. We should be able to go to the prompt editor. I don't know why this is acting weird. Okay, so generate notes from notes or an outline. Okay, that's what we put in there. And we're going to say, go to the prompt editor. Now, this is like what we just saw in that first one where AI created the whole content. Now it comes back with what I gave it and just basically says, here's your slides. Are we good to go? And so I'm going to tell it to generate. And if you want more slides, like 20 slides or whatever, you can upgrade. The other thing that sometimes I do is I just put it in PowerPoint and duplicate some of the slides and change the text on it. So I mean, there's ways around it.
Professional version of this to do the PowerPoint sharing, right?
You can do everything I've shown you is on the freebie.
So I can like convert this to PowerPoint with the freebie?
Yep.
Okay.
And like I said, if you say, hey, I just want to play around with this and make sure I like it, I don't want to upgrade. Hey, no big deal. Just put it in PowerPoint and then pick whatever slide you like and duplicate it in PowerPoint and then change your text. So there's, those little cheapo workarounds if that's something a person wants to do. And, a person might say, well, I do a PowerPoint presentation once every 2 or 3 months. I probably don't need the Pro. And that could be too. So again, here's the little slideshow over here on the left. And you can see if you do a lot of these, you can recognize that somebody else used this to generate their slides. So, if you care about that, that might be one thing. There's several of these. I like Gamma the best, but you can see, I'll just scroll down and you can see again, this used illustrations, and it changes the visuals that it uses, the format, it puts in little icons. You can change those. And again, you can see it's changing so that each slide looks, almost always every slide is a little bit different. And here, almost a little bit of a flow chart. And like this one, I'm going, repurpose NG. I don't like that. So I'd probably want to fix that. And again, here, a bit of a 1, 2, 3 sequence type of thing. And there's the final slide. And if you don't like it, you go down here and you say, create something else. Now, I don't recall, I think they take credits. I can't remember on that. But down on the bottom, if you don't like it, you say it's bad. If you say, it's okay, you can tell them that. If you say, this is really great, and give them some feedback. What else would you like to know now that I've shown you that option as well? Is there anything you want me to repeat so that we can make sure we're getting it?
Well, I'd love you to walk me through me doing it because,
okay.
So let me screen share.
Yes, let's see the man in action. I was going to tell just a quick story if I could. I was at a meeting that was basically a pitch event for startup newer companies. And there was a guy there that was doing something. I can't remember if it was how to get carbon credits, something carbon, or how to get carbon out of your business. I can't remember exactly. And I went and talked to him afterwards. We were just standing around the high top tables talking. And I said, and somebody, oh, that's right. So somebody had gone up to him and said, your presentation's garbage. Here's my card. I can help you fix it. And I thought, well, I'm not sure that I would be too impressed with that as a sales technique, but whatever.
Tell me about it, right?
And so then we were talking. I said, well, you can do your own with Gamma. And I said, do you want to see how that works? So he pulled up Gamma, just like you did. He pulled up Gamma And it took no time for him to basically create the account and log in. And then he starts typing, and I go, you don't even have to type that much. But he typed, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 5 sentences max. And then he had it generate, and he's like, oh my gosh. And I said, is this accurate? Because he was dealing with a specific technology and all that kind of thing. And he goes, this is unbelievable. So there, maybe 10 minutes, because he had to set up the account and go back and forth and all that. He had a new presentation, and he was so excited. He just couldn't hardly talk because he kept saying, I can't believe it. This is amazing. This is great.
That's awesome. So,
is this one you just did?
yeah, I just threw that in there.
Ah.
So what do I do? How do I share it? So this is in present mode.
Okay. Well, you can actually present from this. I never do that. So if you want to, then you would go to, there should be a button across the top that says share. Isn't there one right to the left of where you are?
Yeah. So
it's not present. You want to go to share.
I want to go to share, but it says,
yeah, because present just lets you present it while you're in Gamma. And if I'm doing a presentation, I'm going to have it on my computer. I'm not going to present it from Gamma.
So what do I do?
Okay, you're at share. And then probably what you want to do is the export. And then you get to pick.
Right, PowerPoint.
And then it'll go to your downloads. And voila, you now have your new presentation.
Wow.
Okay, there it looks like it's exported and it's in your download file.
So my downloads, really?
Yeah.
Where is that? Where am I? Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So here we go. All right, let's open that up. Let's see what happens.
I know. Sometimes these things are so simple that it's mind-boggling.
Okay, so play. All right, let's move this guy out of the way here for a sec so I can hit play. What would you do if you knew you could play? A lesson for 90K 90 days. Mindset, action, breakthrough. Look at that.
And did you give it that content?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Or question, if failure was impossible, what bold action would you take right now? Bigger offers. Stop shrinking your pricing to avoid rejection. More outreach. Show up in more inboxes, more calls, more rooms. Ask for the sale. Stop hinting. Close with confidence. Lead boldly. Step into the version of you your clients need. This question doesn't comfort you. It reveals your next level. Fear shrinks action. Certainty expands it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Most people don't fail because of strategy. They fail because fear keeps them playing small. Certainty isn't arrogance. It's the fuel that drives every high income move you've been hesitating on. The old question, what if it doesn't work? The power shift. What if it works beyond anything I can imagine? Oh, yeah. High income moves you'd make. If failure wasn't an option, your week would look completely different. Here's what unstoppable coaches actually do. 10 dream clients. Reach out this week. No waiting, no warming up. Raise your prices confidently today. No more undercharging. Launch now. Your offer doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be out there. Book daily calls. Fill your calendar with sales conversations every single day. Lead with conviction. Hesitation costs more than any failed pitch ever could. Oh, yeah. 90K, your 90K breakthrough challenge. Answer these 3 questions today. Then take one courageous action in the next 24 hours. What bold move are you avoiding? Name it. Write it down. Stop letting it live rent-free in your head. I'm going to do this on the call tomorrow, Becky. You're going to get an advanced preview. Who would you serve if you were unstoppable? Dream big. Your ideal client is waiting for you to show up fully. What would your next 7 days look like? Map it out. Urgency and clarity. Results that compound fast. Your challenge, don't finish today without taking one bold action you've been putting off. The 90K version of you doesn't wait for perfect conditions. They move. Oh, God, yeah. Becky, that was something. Huh? How was that, Becky? Did you like that? I love that.
Yeah, fabulous. And this was your content. Did it add some things to what you gave it?
I couldn't really tell, but I love.
Okay. Because sometimes it'll add some things. And I've done some where I'm like, no, I don't want that in there. Go back and use just what I gave you. So, just be aware that sometimes it'll be extra helpful and it might not be quite what we want. So, but look at it.
I think it was good. I mean, it doesn't have any of my logos there, but that's all right. I think we can figure all that out. Made with Gamma. Huh. Like that was that quick, eh?
Yes.
Like, wow.
You probably do. I go put my name on the bottom of every slide. I don't always put, the little circle copyright thing on it. If you don't like it saying Gamma because you're in the free version, you can just go make a box of the color of the font, of the type, or of the background cover it up. Gamma wouldn't like me saying that, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure. So I'm going to do
No, it's sort of
another
like, who cares
PowerPoint
anyway?
version. I'm going to do
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna toss this into Gamma again. Okay, this is wild. Like I am just blown away by what this just did. So let's try this. Let's try one more with this just for fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Go for it.
so all right, so I'm here with the great Becky Amble, and she's telling me what to do here. All right, so what we're doing here now.
Go to the little G up in the top corner. Left.
Left, right there.
Yeah. Hit the G.
All right.
Okay.
So
And
create
then
new.
create new.
What am I importing?
Okay.
Because I'm going to import AI import, enhance your content, and images later. Sure. I don't want to read plain import.
You know what? Go to create new.
Okay, we'll go to create new.
And then do the one where either you import,
Import. We'll do import.
generate, or paste in. There you go. And now you can upload your file. You're probably going to pick the left box.
Yeah. So now I got to find. Hold on. What was the name of this file again? Power versus force. Right. That was it. Power versus force. So,
is that from the book?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love that book too. Power versus force. Okay. Upload. Uploading file. Let's see what it does. Come on.
Look at how quick it uploads.
Yeah, man, I'm digging it. Hot digging dog, man.
Now you're going to be hooked on this and you're going to spend too much time on it.
Okay, select, yeah. Presentation. Man. Okay, so.
And there's what the slides are going to look at like, so you can just make sure.
Oh,
yeah,
put the color in there. Yeah.
Now it's got more slides than you can get on the free one.
Oh, okay. The free one's only 10? I thought it gave me 10. All right, no problem.
We'll see what it shows up like. Now, did it pick that background or did you?
It did.
Okay. I think that's kind of a cool one.
I think so too.
Now, you know that if you read that book, your level of consciousness goes higher.
I do. I read it late last year.
So it's time to read that book again and again.
Yeah, for real. It's fantastic.
Now, there have been times when I have wanted to do a bit of a book review. I have the book, but I don't want to write the review. And I will go tell it, do a book review of, let's just say, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or something. And yeah, it can do that. Now, there was one, I think it was in Gamma, where they completely missed the boat. And I don't think that's what's in the book. So then I had to go and research it and pull the book out and say, no, these are the key things. And then I had it redo it. So it's not going to be 100%.
That's fine.
But again, if it's especially like this, you know the book and you're putting the presentation together, so you know what you want to have highlighted or how you want it to come out.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it'll give you more than 10 slides, and if you just can't download them, we'll see what it does.
Yeah, well, it gave me 10 slides, I guess.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the share. All right, we'll do the share, and we'll do the export.
Yeah.
We'll do the PowerPoint. Let's see what it comes up with.
Now, one thing also that happens with this, when you're trying to save it in PowerPoint, I've noticed probably every time I do one that it says these fonts aren't supported. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. So pick a different font or something. But if that comes up, it's not the end of the world.
Click here to download it. It's not showing the download.
I thought it just popped up that it was downloading.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's look. It's downloading, yeah.
So, and there are other ones. The other one that probably is next for popularity is called Beautiful AI.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I don't know if any of the other AIs give you as much free stuff as this. I tried 6 or 8 of them back when this was all just coming out. And I was just playing with it. So I used up all my free time and I thought, oh, heck.
That's wild.
So yeah, this could be fun to see how this turned out for you.
All right, let's take a quick look. I mean, I thought it was great. Transcendence Zone. Oh man, this is really good. Map of consciousness. Yeah, that's good. Horsepower. Yeah, this is great. Wish we could have all the slides and not just 10. But
well, the other thing that you could potentially do, I can't remember if I've tried this. If it gives you the outline, remember when we had
yeah.
gave it and then it says here's the content.
10 slides at a time, right?
Yeah, yeah, because I can't remember if that gave you 20, but I have done a couple times where I broke my presentation into two parts. So, there's always a workaround.
Gamma's fantastic. Building presentations quickly is amazing. Um, I think I should do an AI certification course just to learn some of this stuff. It would be a smart use of my time.
Well, you know what? In the certification class, I'm not even sure if they knew about Gamma when I took the cert class.
Wow. Well, there you go.
But you can go and do that Gamma class. I'm not sure if they offer a certification in there that I showed you the education thing where you go to the three dots and check it out.
Becky, your AI knowledge is unparalleled. I really appreciate you coming on the show and teaching folks about Gamma. This different kind of an episode. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on, man.
Happy to do that. And again, it's just fun and it's exciting to see the possibilities. That's what I love about AI. It just opens up so many opportunities.
It does. So how do people get a hold of you to find out more about all your AI work?
Oh, well, there is my name on the screen, and my Gmail account is a bit of a clunker. It's Becky Future Focus AI at Gmail. So it's my name, Future Focus, and then AI at Gmail. And they can reach me there. And probably
we'll put that in the show notes for sure.
Okay. If they can find me, does that be the chat box?
In the show notes. We'll put it in the show notes when the episode.
Oh, you're going to do that. Okay. And then probably even better is to find me on LinkedIn, because that's where I put out a lot of content and different things. And my website, I don't hardly even use anymore, but that's futurefocususa.com.
I love it. Becky Amble, AI Maven, Queen of AI. Love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nikki. Great to be with you again.
Always great to be with you. And that's a wrap.
This episode has been brought to you by eCircleAcademy.com, the proven system to add 6 to 7 figures a year to your thought leader practice.